will change their lives forever. The Bennet family is at the heart of our story. Mr. Bennet is a witty gentleman who prefers his books to society. His wife, Mrs. Bennet, is obsessed with finding husbands for their 5 daughters: Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty, and Lydia. Jane, the eldest, is beautiful and kind. Elizabeth, our protagonist, is intelligent, independent, and known for her wit. The younger sisters are more interested in flirting and following the latest fashions. At a ball, Mr. Bingley is instantly smitten with the lovely Jane Bennet. His friend, Mr. Darcy, is a wealthy and proud man. He appears aloof and arrogant, especially to Elizabeth. She overhears him making a rude remark about her, judging her family's social standing as beneath him. This encounter sparks an immediate dislike between Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy, fueling the flames of their pride and prejudice. As time passes, Jane and Bingley's romance blossoms. Meanwhile, Elizabeth finds herself pursued by the ridiculous Mr. Collins, a pompous clergyman. His proposal is met with a resounding no from Elizabeth, much to her mother's dismay. Adding to the drama, a charming militia officer named Mr. Wickham arrives. He quickly befriends Elizabeth and paints a picture of Mr. Darcy as a cruel and dishonest man. Section 5. Wickham's Lies. Deception and Disillusionment. In this chapter, we delve into the intricate web of deceit spun by Mr. Wickham and the subsequent disillusionment experienced by Elizabeth Bennet. Mr. Wickham's tales of woe about Mr. Darcy's supposed mistreatment of him solidify Elizabeth's negative opinion of Darcy. He paints a vivid picture of himself as a wronged man, unjustly deprived of his rightful inheritance and opportunities. Wickham claims to have been cheated out of his inheritance by Darcy. He recounts how Darcy, out of sheer malice, denied him the living that was promised to him by Darcy's late father. His passionate recounting of events stirs Elizabeth's emotions, making her more sympathetic towards him. Elizabeth, blinded by her prejudice against Darcy and her growing fondness for Wickham, believes his every word. She sees Wickham as a charming and trustworthy gentleman, a stark contrast to the aloof and seemingly arrogant Mr. Darcy. She remains oblivious to Darcy's growing feelings for her, interpreting his reserved behavior as further proof of his arrogance. Darcy, on the other hand, watches Elizabeth from a distance, his heart heavy with unspoken emotions. He longs to bridge the gap between them, but is held back by his own pride and the misunderstandings that cloud their relationship. Elizabeth's trust in Wickham and her prejudice against Darcy create a barrier that seems insurmountable, leading to a series of misunderstandings and heartaches. Section 6. A Change of Heart. Elizabeth sees Darcy in a new light. In a surprising turn of events, Mr. Darcy unexpectedly proposes to Elizabeth. His proposal, though sincere, catches her completely off guard. She is taken aback by the suddenness of his declaration, especially given their tumultuous history. The garden, usually a place of tranquility, becomes a stage for this unexpected drama. However, his proposal is filled with disdain for her family and their social status. Darcy's words, though meant to express his feelings, come across as condescending and arrogant. He speaks of his love for her, but also of the inferiority of her connections, which deeply wounds Elizabeth. The tension in the air is palpable as she listens, her shock turning to anger. Elizabeth, deeply offended, rejects him outright. Her response is swift and decisive, leaving no room for doubt. She cannot accept a proposal that comes with such a lack of respect for her family. Darcy, though visibly hurt, stands firm, his pride preventing him from showing the full extent of his disappointment. Darcy, hurt but determined to explain himself, sends Elizabeth a letter revealing the truth about Wickham. The letter is a detailed account, written with care and precision. As Elizabeth reads it, her initial shock gives way to a deeper understanding. The elegant handwriting and the candle-lit study from which it was penned add a layer of sincerity to his words. He exposes Wickham's lies, revealing him to be a gambler who tried to elope with Darcy's younger sister. The flashbacks paint a vivid picture of Wickham's deceit and the pain he caused. Darcy's concern for his sister and his efforts to protect her become clear, adding depth to his character and his actions. Elizabeth is forced to confront her own misjudgments and begins to see Darcy in a new light. The realization is a slow and painful process, but it leads to a profound change in her perception. She starts to understand the complexities of his character and the reasons behind his actions. This emotional transformation marks a significant turning point in their relationship, setting the stage for what is to come. Section 7. Lydia's downfall scandal rocks the Bennet family. Just when things seem to be settling down, disaster strikes. Lydia, the youngest Bennet sister, runs off with the charming but irresponsible Wickham. This scandal threatens to ruin the Bennet family's reputation, making it impossible for any of the sisters to marry well. Elizabeth is devastated, realizing that her prejudice against Darcy blinded her to Wickham's true nature. Section 8. Darcy to the rescue. Redemption and second chances. Despite everything, Darcy steps in to save the day. He secretly tracks down Wickham and Lydia and forces them to marry, preserving the Bennet family's honor. Darcy's actions demonstrate his true character, revealing his kindness and integrity. Elizabeth is overwhelmed with gratitude and remorse, finally recognizing the depth of Darcy's feelings for her. Section 9. Love conquers all. A triumph over pride and prejudice. With the truth revealed and misunderstandings cleared, Darcy and Elizabeth get a second chance at love. Darcy sheds his pride, and Elizabeth confronts her prejudice. Their initial animosity transforms into deep respect and affection. In the end, love conquers all obstacles. Darcy and Elizabeth, along with Jane and Bingley, find joy and happiness together. Section 10. Timeless lessons. The enduring appeal of Austen's classic Pride and Prejudice is more than just a love story. It's a timeless exploration of important themes: the dangers of first impressions, the complexities of social class, and the power of forgiveness. Jane Austen's witty observations and relatable characters continue to resonate with readers centuries later, reminding us that true love requires understanding, passion, and the courage to overcome our own flaws.